Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the NXT review for the 26th. I'm sorry, the 6th of September 9/6, 2011. More kind of go back and forth with the Darren Young and Striker deal here. Also, William Regal becoming involved, both of them implying in previous weeks that in fact Darren Young needs to get respect. Young makes fun of both Regal and Striker and basically says that neither man has the temerity to tell him what to do. Regal is phenomenal here, not a big surprise. The guy been around since 1983, would know what he's doing on a microphone, but basically he implies that the fact that Young is not willing to take a backward step in his running of his mouth, for lack of a better term, is such that things are unneeded, and that eventually Regal will put will put Young in his place. Then we see Titus O'Neil and AJ Lee against Maxine and Derek Bateman. That's been building for a while. Obviously, Lee and Maxine are from previous seasons of this NXT program. They do more review than they need to do. Hornswoggle also part of this. Obviously, mixed tag match. They try not to have the ladies go at it with the guys and vice versa. Obviously, Titus O'Neil is the guy that they're trying to make through this particular version of the program. Um, Power moves throughout by Titus O'Neil, and again, hanging on the man pretty aggressively, assertively. Back kicks and punches their basics. Anyway, in comes AJ Lee, which means in comes Maxine. Maxine certainly not at the level of AJ Lee, and basic stuff, body slams after chin crushers attempted. AJ Lee obviously becoming one of the better individuals. Missile style drop kick, among other things, gets her down. Hornswoggle on the outside, still in love with AJ Lee, who eventually becomes the wife of CM Punk. Interesting to see if the rumors of Punk showing up will also lead to AJ returning to wrestling in some form or fashion. Who knows if her showing up in AEW will mean anything that way. Anyway, clothesline between the ladies and a roll up attempted by Bateman. Bateman, though, gets pinned for his trouble, and AJ Lee, and there is a loss. Maxine is less than happy, and she is blaming her man for the loss of the team. And then we go to Tyson Kidd, who calls out Yoshitatsu yet again. Tatsu this time coming out with kind of a war paint sort of situation and a mask. The call out has been the destruction of the locker room from previous weeks. Tatsu wrestling with the mask. Beautiful match here, actually worth going out of your way to see. Arm bars, arm locks, and the legs, real basic stuff. Yoshitatsu manages to dive outside of the ring, and then they brawl on the outside for a little bit. Continued slowdown of the contest, as it were, as it relates to Yoshitatsu being brought down to the canvas and rolled up pretty aggressively, assertively here. Then we see um, Tyson Kidd doing everything he can to get shots along the way, and ultimately kick to the face by Tatsu. Tatsu managing to get some kicks along the way there. And again, we see Tyson Kidd. Kidd goes to the top rope, goes for the, I guess you'd say the top rope elbow drop. And then we see a top rope Rana attempted by the man. Doesn't get everything he wants, but manages to get just about enough spin wheel kick from the top rope. by Yoshitatsu. Tatsu gets a victory right in the middle of the ring. And we go to the main event of the program. Darren Young, I won't say first time he gets to the main event because he'd obviously been there before on the with the original Nexus NXT invasion of the main brands, but the match with Regal probably as high as he's going to go in the show, I can imagine. Regal takes the man down, very basic stuff, ground and pound, some strikes along the way. Regal is such a master of psychology. Young manages to try to keep things going in his general direction. Um, you know, chin locks and the like, nothing worth writing home about, but Regal's selling is worth watching if you're out there and a long-term talent or trying to become one in the business. Certainly worth going out of your way to see that. Body Scissors by Darren Young and William Regal hits some short knees. Something as simple as a stomp using the referee behind the referee's back. Interference attempted by JTG. Matt Striker runs in, and we see power of the punch by Regal, who gets a victory. Here, we'll be back with more right after this.